What up, though? This your boy Cuzin P, and you're tuned in to the
Spot.
spot where the ears meet the street.
Here with the players, the best. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you. Damn, I don't even know. I gotta get the shit where your ear eat. What is it? Where your ears meet the street. Where your ear meet the street. The spot where your ear meet the streets, man.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Alaska with the spot where the ears meet the streets. I'm here with a very special guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, what's going on? I'm Kawame Curry, but you know everybody also knows me as Mr. Cocky, all of that good stuff, and yeah.
Mr. Cocky?
Yeah, KOCI. It's,
Okay.
Stands for confidence of certain individuals, but then it's also the KOC is the initial of me and all my kids.
Okay, I love that. I was gonna say cocky. You're such a humble person.
Oh yeah, no, I am. But
yes,
yeah.
very. Yes. All right, let's get into it. You ready?
Yeah, let's go.
You wear a lot of hats: entrepreneur, clothing brand owner, magazine publisher, graphic designer, and marketer. Out of everything you've built, which businesses are you most proud of and why?
Actually, everything centers around graphic designing and printing, which I love. I love being creative. I used to play football and basketball and was going to college for that also. And when I got injured, it's like you go quickly from a commodity to a liability real quick. So, you know, it was like, what am I going to fall back on? In my first day, I chose business. In my first day of business class, they started talking about the graphics and all of that kind of stuff, and I kind of just got hooked on that, and it kind of just went from there. Probably one of the jobs that I'm most proud of right now is I love everything that I do, but one of my businesses is called Keepsake Creative, and I do custom like funeral programs, memorial stuff for families that have lost loved ones, all that good stuff like that. So just seeing, I know that my work is not going to bring any of the people back, but just the fact that it brings them some kind of joy and all of that kind of stuff, that means a lot to me.
That's beautiful. That is amazing. And that's your favorite just speaks volumes about the person that you are. Exactly.
Yes, ma'am.
You've said you've stepped away from making music after being stabbed.
Yeah.
Can you walk us through that experience, how it changed your life, and what ultimately led you into entrepreneurship instead?
Music actually was like one of my first loves. Besides sports, music was like actually one of my first loves. And the thing is that I used to love doing music. I did stuff with a little bit of everybody out here, from Doy Rock to did stuff with Chris Jones, Tom Malone, like Jay Gibbs, like a whole bunch of other artists out here that's pretty dope to me. We went out to Reno to do a show. One of the dudes from out here, his name is Dion. He had, at that time, he's doing movies now, but at that time he had an entertainment company. So one of the dudes he was promoting was Dice. So we went out there for the show with the clips and some other stuff. And there was a little situation that had happened, by the stage after Dice had got off stage. Actually, all of us had got off stage and whatnot, and we're standing there talking to some girls and whatnot, and the dudes on the stage, they were like, well, why don't y'all come up here and, chill with us and all this other kind of stuff. And the girls was like, no, we cool with them right here. So, I'm one of them people, like, I just be laughing at shit. So I just looked at them and like, whatever. Anyway, kept talking. They was like, well, why don't y'all niggas just leave? Why don't y'all go? I was like, man, anyway, come on. Let's go to the bar, get us something to drink. But my boy, he was he stood over there and he kept talking to the girl. He ain't even care. Next thing you know, I heard a ruckus, turned around, and they had him hemmed up. They had him hemmed up. It was like 4 of them had him hemmed up. And so I ran over there. I grabbed one of the dudes by the back of the neck and slammed him against the wall, and then grabbed him by the back of his shirt and took him underneath the stage, and we had left out.
Because you wasn't even trying to get into it.
It's not the point that I don't try to get into it, because I love to fight. Let's not get it twisted.
Okay.
But the thing is that, sometimes there's things more important.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's way more things more important, and the key is to get home.
Right.
You know what I mean? That is the key. So we left there. and we went to the hotel. It was at Harris Casino. And when we were standing in, we seen some of the people that we were with already. And I stood there talking to them, and then his manager came in and walked off with him and was talking to him. Next thing you know, we heard her scream, and I run over there. Some other people come over there, and Dice is knocked out on the ground. He's out. He's asleep.
Shit.
And they're checking on him, and the dude that did it, some big ass Virginia dude. This dude like 6'4", 6'5", big stocky dude. He's sitting up there just laughing at the stuff, and he had like a couple more people with him. So he's backing up, and I start going after him. So then all of a sudden, all these niggas start coming down the escalator. You know what I mean? And it was his people coming down the escalator.
Fuck.
And so I'm not paying attention to who's behind me because I actually thought there was more people behind me. And so I'm backing up, and one of the dudes was like, "Oh, no, don't run now." And what?
Yeah.
I took off on one dude, took off on another dude, and these dudes falling like Legos. And then next thing you know, one of the dudes, I'm fighting, and one of the dudes casually walked around Dice and the other people that was on the ground and pulled a blade out of his pocket and stabbed me in my back 3 times. And at that point, I turned around real quick because I felt the shock, didn't know what it was. I looked back, and he's there, but then I had to turn around real quick because I got these dudes in front of me. Now I'm fighting backwards. I had to go stand, like step over him, and then I'm fighting up some stairs, all this kind of stuff like that.
Chaotic.
And one of the dudes grabbed my leg and pulled my leg, so I fell on the ground. So now it's like I'm on like hands and knees, pushing myself to get up. And they're hitting, the back of my head. They're doing all of this stuff. They picked up a casino chair, hitting me with that. There's some security guards that's trying to grab them and stuff like that. But nobody else is, helping or doing anything. So it's like 3 or 4 people at that point, on me. And so finally I get up. One of the dudes hit me. I get up, and I kind of just, swung to try to get somebody off me. I didn't hit anybody at that point because they had already pushed the dude back. And then I was just standing there, and then my mindset went from, okay, I just got into a fight to let me go check on my boy. But nobody knew I was stabbed because I had on a red T-shirt.
And at this time, are you feeling anything?
At this point, like, I walked down the steps to go check on my folks, and I started laughing. I said, "Man, which one of y'all threw a drink on me?" Like, and they was
Because you
like,
were wet.
Yeah, it was like, threw a drink on you. What are you talking about? And I put my hand on my back and brought my hand forward, and my whole hand was just soaked and covered with blood and everything.
And left. I mean, it could have hit your heart.
Yeah, and I was actually it was it came. Which is not that much, 1/8 of an inch from piercing my lungs.
And that is, yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
yeah,
I mean,
an
you
eighth
could
of an
die
inch ain't
from that.
nothing.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
So
Oh my God, that's crazy.
I was hyperventilating. They ended up taking me to the hospital. And the cold part about it is that I ended up passing out because I had lost so much blood because I was drinking a little bit. And when I woke up, I was actually on one of those pans they put you in the freezer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like when you're no longer here.
When you what's the new
exit.
word? Unalived.
Unalived.
Yeah, unalived, yeah. So
There's so many. Yeah.
that was
Wow.
that was crazy for me.
And it's kind of mind-boggling to me because, again, your aura, your how you present yourself is so calm, cool, very like easygoing that I'm like.
Yeah.
I couldn't even imagine, but I saw it, guys. I saw it. Is
Yeah.
it on like YouTube or you just have it?
Nah, my life kind of changed at that point because I was still kind of like, man, I got you. And the whole time before I even seen that actual video, I had so many people that was like, "Oh man, I had your back. I was fighting with you. I was this, I was that."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we end up going to the DA's office because the funny thing is that the person that told on the dude that stabbed me was actually on their tour bus. They tried to take him to the airport and drop him off, and the tour bus driver heard everything that happened, and he actually called the police.
Wow.
And they picked dude up from the airport, and then they contacted me. So
God bless that driver. I ain't gonna lie. For
Facts,
real, that's beautiful.
facts. So I had to go to the DA's office, and they was like, oh, we're gonna show you the video because, of course, casinos got surveillance videos everywhere. And they showed me the video, and it's two things. Like, seeing yourself get stabbed like that in that kind of situation, it put a chill over my body that I could never explain in my life. It was crazy.
Seeing that what happened to you and knowing that you had no idea in the moment.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
That was one thing. But the other thing that kind of just hurt me, because I know how loyal I am to people and stuff like that. I'm like that type of friend where, you know, if I'm with you, I won't even let you fight. Like, I got your back. Like, you don't
pulled
even
him
worry
out.
about it.
You said you grabbed him and
But it was crazy that everybody that said they were with me and fighting and doing this and doing that and all of this kind of stuff, in the other videos, because there's more video to that, but
casino,
they
yo.
ran, they cut out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
running
all of
is
that.
crazy. I mean, if like, it's one thing to not fight and stay there and make sure that you're cool. To run and leave me is
they on
crazy.
some- they on
It's
some other
crazy.
stuff.
And I'm not even about that life. I'm not a fighter, none of that. But to leave your person is crazy.
Facts.
And he got stabbed. So you should probably feel pretty bad about yourself, person.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So at that point, I was just like, when I left there, you know, I had a few people that was with me. When I left there, I was cool. I was like, I'm good.
And so that's when you quit music?
I started doing some a little bit here and there, but that passion, that love, all of that kind of stuff, and then just thinking of like so many people that, you know, had a love for music and was doing music or whatever, and then they've passed away or this and that, or music has led to violent situations, all of that. And plus at that point, I had 3 kids, you know. And
How old were you, if you don't mind me asking? Or how many years ago? Either way.
That was 22, so I was like 27.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like 27, so
Still young.
yeah, it was
Not too young, but still young.
that was just crazy, man. Yeah.
Do you think that because you were into music that lifestyle was brought to you? Do you think they come hand in hand? Why was it such a pivotal moment for you to stop making music at that point?
You know what's so crazy? The way that you put it, it actually kind of makes sense in a way, because you know how they say, like, you know, like people that carry a gun, like that energy comes to them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just thinking about the way that you said it kind of made me just think for a second, like, yeah, probably. But then at the same time, God don't make no mistakes.
Not
So,
at all.
you know,
In his time.
he was like, you know, this, you know, I know that this is what you love to do, but this
We're gonna
ain't-
change that,
Yeah, we
Tupac.
gonna change that.
Y'all, the tape looked like the Tupac tape. I ain't gonna lie. I had to make sure that wasn't Suge Knight. I gotta look.
Oh my God.
Zoom in.
I get that. Yep.
I love that. I
Yes,
love
ma'am. Yeah. So
that. Hold on. You're gonna have to cut this out. Is it KOCI or
yeah,
that's
it's
how you say it? It's not
KLC. So it's cocky. So
cocky.
that's the
So
way
it is
that you
cocky.
pronounce it.
Okay,
Yeah,
cocky.
yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Cocky has been around for years. In an industry where many clothing brands come and go, what do you think has allowed your brand to continue to grow?
Just like with everything, it's kind of like consistency. You know, when you're doing business, you're entrepreneur, you're this and that. It's consistency. When I tell you I've had my ups and downs and stuff like that, I still, even when I'm down, I still have to, you know, I still have to push. I still have to put this in.
And that's the hardest part.
Yeah, because, you know, white businesses, all of that kind of stuff, they can take a dive. You got, you know, like you got the Felon 47
Target.
in
Sorry, I'm
office.
so mad at Target.
You know, they can quickly.
I'm so fucking mad at Target.
For real, they can
so
quickly do a bankruptcy, do this,
Literally.
do that, and then
find
come back on it.
four
You know what
other-
I mean?
yeah.
Yeah. With a black business, a lot of times, you know, you just have to keep going, or your whole brand and everything you're doing is going to go by the wayside.
Yeah. And I'm going to piggyback on that. We have to be more supportive of our black brands.
Facts.
So much.
Oh my
And the
God.
reason why I'm so mad at Target, since we're getting there, is because maybe like 3 years ago in June, I walk into Target, there's rainbow flags, and there, I think Tabitha, I forget her last name.
Tabitha Smith.
Smith.
I think that's it.
Yeah, she brought her brand there, and it was such a huge launch, and it was all like, even though there was Pride stuff, there was a huge presence of Juneteenth, right? I walked into Target this June. June. Red, white, and blue everywhere. You know, and I only say this to say, again, like, the corporations are going to stick together. Go ahead, say what you got to say.
The corporations are gonna. One thing about these corporations is their bottom line.
Yep.
A lot of times,
Yeah.
it's their bottom line. They swear up and down that they want to keep everything, clear, folks.
Right.
You know what I mean, and stuff like
Ooh,
that.
I like that.
Until that darkness starts leaving, which is that black culture, like all of that kind. Once that culture starts leaving and stuff like that, they realize how much money they start losing. Because what's so crazy is that when you talk about the culture, like, think about Target. Target to us is not even Target.
Right.
What do we call it? Target.
Target. Not the Target.
Let's get it. Let's
right.
be real about the situation.
And then Target came to Target because they were inclusive, and then somewhere, and I mean, we all know, right? It got fucked up, and I'm so disheartened by that. But I, again, also say that to say, again, our community needs to support each other.
Yeah.
We need to not compete with each other. You know what I'm saying?
That's like a daily. That's like a daily thing, especially out here.
And it breaks my heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they there's enough for everybody to eat, but everybody feel they got to be in competition with somebody, and I'm like, I ain't worried about nobody that does any of the stuff I do. I do what I do, and I go from there. And competition, I'm not even worried about you. Hey, we can work together. If you don't want to, that's on you. I'm Patrick Swayze mode, and I'm good.
You want to know what that is?
Oh, that's Ghost.
That and is success.
Yeah.
Successful people do that.
Yeah.
You feel me? You're not worried about all the other stuff. You feel me? But again, support our community.
Yeah.
We have to do that.
That's why when I sent you guys the message, I was just like, man, I love what you guys are doing. Your stuff came across my feed, and I love everything us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do.
Yeah, same.
I love everything us.
That's what I was going to say. I feel like where we are in our climate, as much as we see like this negativity or what have you, I do believe that we're forced to be a stronger community. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel.
But there's
Go ahead. Oh, I saw your brain. Go ahead.
But there's still so many raccoons out there.
Oh, for sure. Wait. No, what does that mean?
Raccoons.
What are those?
Coons.
Oh.
Raccoons.
Oh, yeah.
Raccoons.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm from Alaska. You got to really
Oh,
break
no,
it down
it's
for
all
me
good.
sometime.
It's
Yeah.
all good.
And don't be that. Don't.
Yeah, it's so many raccoons out there that they still be they be acting like they in the house, like they work in the house.
That
like,
part.
We in the field and they acting like they work in the house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And if you're acting like that, I'm taking your card.
Yeah.
I'm taking it.
Yeah.
Me. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. And don't be like that. Yeah. I get it.
I'll be saying that stuff all the time. I just be like, man, the raccoonism is real out here.
And my friend, again, Alaska, small town, my friend, she calls them whatever fucking naggers. Have you heard that?
Yeah.
Is that bad? Sorry, should I not say that?
I probably wouldn't even give them that much credit.
That part. And I was so offended when she would say it because I didn't understand it. I'm like, I don't know what you mean. Like, we're still,
what you're talking
and then I done seen it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, there is a difference, and that's weird.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't even see how some of these people can support like a lot of this stuff and like these politicians, like all of that. Like, it even made me start a section in my magazine called Spilling the Tea, on politics, and it's called the Tea Brief. So I be talking about all that stuff. Like, I don't see how y'all be out here supporting 45, 47 felon.
Yeah, whole felon.
Yeah.
Orange, like we could keep going.
Whole felon, and now you can go ahead and add rapists too.
That
and all
I
that
mean,
kind of
he
stuff.
always, he grabs him by the pussy. I mean, that's rape right there. That's out of pocket.
Yeah, he been doing.
Wait, didn't he say if his daughter wasn't his daughter, he would have sex with her? Like, you're fucking weird, bro.
See, we got to be careful with the things we say because, these people.
Come get me now. I used to be afraid to say it. Nigga, come get me now. I want to see you. I'm like,
Yeah.
Anyways, talking about your magazine.
Yeah.
Through your magazine and media platforms, you've highlighted a lot of entrepreneurs and creatives. What qualities separate the people who actually build a successful brand from those who just say they want to do it?
The bottom line is just do what you do. do what comes to your mind. Like you can have your pros and cons, but when you have ideas about stuff and all of that stuff, like I tell people to break out a pen and pad, start writing down your pros and cons, and take notes and all of that, and just go out there and do it. What's crazy right now is that it's even easier. It's a lot easier even now because, sometimes people need, the extra feedback, and you can actually jump on AI and start utilizing, technology. I consider myself a black nerd anyway.
Yeah, let's go. I fucking love ChatGPT. I'm not gonna lie.
I
tried to
use
use Claude.
a different one.
Do you use Claude?
No,
do you use?
I have I forgot what the name of it is, but I call it my Black Jarvis. I was actually using it. I'm a big fan of Iron Man, but my Black Jarvis,
so sweet to Spider-Man.
I actually feed in before I even put anything in. I actually feed in a nice prompt.
Yeah.
To go from there. And once I feed in that prompt, it changes everything about how it talks to me, because now I literally feel like I'm talking to, what I'm saying, one of my folks or something right now. Because I come
or an
up with
assistant
ideas,
or whatever.
Yep,
Yeah,
all of that,
yeah.
and it will give me all of that stuff. So I just tell people, hey, get out there and get on your grind and do it, and don't be scared to try.
Yeah. And AI is such a good tool. I think people still kind of push it away because of what it can do, because it does create some weird stuff. But
these freaking AI.
Oh, I can't stand it. I be scrolling. I'm like, that really happened? It's fucking AI.
No, I'm talking about these AI flyers that people be putting and swearing up and down.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah,
but using AI to help you in your business, telling it exactly what you need it to do is perfect. That's why I haven't changed from ChatGPT, because ChatGPT knows me so fucking well that I'm like, ugh. I even asked ChatGPT, I was like, can you give me a prompt for Claude so he can know me like you? And it's still not the same.
Yeah. No, it's not.
I love it.
But you got to use technology to get where you got to go sometimes,
That part.
Yeah, that part.
You've worked in graphic design, printing, branding, and marketing for decades.
Yeah.
What's the biggest branding mistake you see small business owners make before they even launch?
Before they even launch, pretty much going back to what I said earlier, not taking the time to do your research, and really taking the time, because people see stuff and they be like, I can do that, and then they'll just try to do stuff and they don't have no research, no backing, no this, no that, and they just try to jump into it, with both feet, and then end up falling, and then next thing you know, it's trash.
Yeah. And then you talked about being consistent. What does consistency look like to you?
Consistency has a bunch of different meanings with me. Consistency deals with, getting your ass up when you don't want to, in the morning, and getting on your grind, taking those, those steps and getting up when you feel like, man, I just need a break, or whatever the case may be. Like we don't have room for breaks.
Mm-mm.
We don't have room for breaks, and especially being a father also, if I was to put it in order, of course God is always first. So when I look at stuff, everything always pops up before me. So it's God, and then it's my kids, and then the business, and then friends and fam, and then it's myself. I don't know. That's just how I am.
I'm the same type of way, and it makes me happy having that order.
Facts.
That makes sense. So yeah. And you said 27, 3 kids, and it sounded like you had more after that. So how many do you have now?
So I have 6 boys and 2 girls. So my oldest
8. I want 8.
So my oldest is 31. It goes 31, 30. Excuse me, let me take that back. 32, 31, 30, 21, 21, 18. Well, actually, he just turned 19 the other day. 19. Shut up. 19, 15, and then 4. So, yeah, exactly.
Oh, you went back.
Yeah.
1914 and then 4?
Yeah.
Oh, you went you had to go round the block again. And I heard 2121. So do we have twins or was Papa a Rolling Stone? Maybe we shouldn't get into that shit. He got real quiet. Just kidding.
G14
Just kidding.
classified. Nah,
Just kidding.
actually, I'm never scared to talk about stuff like that.
Good.
Me and my kid's mother at that time, we had split, and I had a really cool friend that we were always doing music together, and we were really good friends. And one night we were in the studio doing music, but we had both, kind of split with our
Trauma
people at
bonding.
that time. And we were in there just chopping it up, all of that kind of stuff. And one thing led to another, and that led to a child. And
In the studio?
huh?
In the studio?
Yeah,
It was a nice studio session. Okay.
yeah.
Was it big like this?
Man, it was.
You turned the lights down and all that?
Oh, man,
No, I didn't
yeah,
even get to that. He was like, no, I didn't even get to that.
Yeah, exactly. So it was a good moment. But the cold part about that is that, a few weeks after that, like, we end up getting back with our, exes at that time. But I didn't know that. Well, let me take that back. I knew she was pregnant, but she didn't tell me until she was probably like 6 or 7 months. But then she told me that it wasn't mine. You know what I mean? And
She said it was
she said it was the dude that she was dealing with, and I was
watching
like,
be a
that
different
was fine.
ethnicity. She's like, oops.
No, I was like, that was fine. But I was still, as a friend, I was still there for
Yeah.
her, whatever. And I was actually there when my daughter was born, and I had a sense that it was mine, but she didn't tell me until years later. Like
Can we?
almost like 9, 10. And I at that point I wasn't like, oh, motherfucker, yeah, and this and that and cursing her out. Like, I thought about it. I processed it, for a few minutes. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to send her a ticket and she'll come out here on the summers. And so after that, she started coming out every summer and then kind of go from there. And she blended in with my kids like it was nothing. And we just went from there. But one of the things that she told me is that the reason why she did that is because the person that you see me as far as a father, the person that you see me online is the same person that you see, in real life. And she was like, the way you are with your other kids and the father that you are and the, loving person, I felt bad and I did not want my daughter, to not experience having a father like you in her life, and then went from there. So
Was she at this time? So your daughter was 9, so years ago.
yeah.
Your baby's mom, was she still with her partner?
No, they had split, and I was split with mine also, but I had already had like
A new tenderoni.
Yeah, I had already had, a whole,
Did your daughter know? Like, did she think that one person was her? And if I'm going too much, you could tell
No,
me.
you're fine. She did. She didn't know that I was her father until her mom told her.
That's crazy.
But then me and her, like, it's hard to try to have that conversation with a child at like 9.
Mm-hmm.
But I just, it was like probably like a 15-minute conversation, and she understood and was like,
Yeah.
I love you,
Here's
and let's go. I like there was no, after learning that, I didn't need time
Trial
to,
or like
yeah. And I'm not, and some people, women be doing that, and that's faulty. Women be on some faulty stuff like that, because a dude will lie about, I ain't got no money, or I ain't got this to take care of this to that. Women be lying about, I ain't got no kids. I mean, you ain't got no kids, or you ain't the daddy. That's crazy. But
That's insane.
I'm not bashing nobody. Like, every situation is different. So
yeah, and I think we're like within the 10 years of each other. I'm 38.
Okay.
Right? And I think like that time period, I mean, that's kind of and not, I mean, and I'm go deeper.
norm.
I mean, it was like I had a sibling that was like 3 days younger than me.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? And long story short, my dad loved the fuck out of my mom.
Yeah.
She just wasn't his whoop whoop partner.
Yeah,
You feel
yeah,
me? He needed to
yeah.
whoop whoop everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, which is why I am so open about like my sexuality and stuff like that, because it should be like a free space and people should be comfortable
Facts.
about that. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? And I think when people are comfortable in that space,
That's why I got 8 kids.
cheating doesn't, you know, is a little bit less, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I get it.
I feel it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, I understand. It's, you know, that's.
Oh, and
I need to stop having flashbacks. We need to go on
look,
to
look,
the
okay,
next
no,
question. No, just playing.
he's like, literally. I've always wanted to date kids though, for real.
Okay.
But I mean, I think I missed my chance. I'm old, but I'll Octomom. I'll be an Octomom.
Oh,
Octomom with the mommy makeover after.
that's with the makeover after.
Yeah, for sure. Because if it's Octo, yeah, I'm 4'11". Okay, like
Oh,
I'm gonna have
damn.
to suck
Okay,
something back
you-
after that.
You damn near part of the
I-
the lollipop kid situation.
2 inches too tall. That fucking
Yeah,
sucks.
Yeah, because you almost like, what is it, midget, dwarf, and then it's like, it's right there. Just,
Yeah, I'm right there,
you
but
know,
yeah.
You right there. You in the middle,
I'm
so they
yeah.
can just say
I'm
you normal.
a tall midget.
You good.
I have
Nah,
to
you
when
good.
I go to stores and I need something at the from the top shelf. I have to look for someone to help me. Literally, I fucking hate it. I'm always looking around like, fuck, who's gonna help me? Who looks like a nice person?
Oh, shit.
Tell
Can you get that from
you
the... Yeah, I got you.
please?
It's all good.
Sacramento has a lot of talented people, but many say the city doesn't support its own.
Mm-hmm.
As someone who's built business here, what's your honest assessment of Sacramento's business and creative community?
Crabs in the bucket.
Okay,
I
elaborate.
mean, I'll just be 100. It's like, you know what, Sacramento is funny because Sacramento is like real cliquish.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Sacramento is real cliquish. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got these people that mess with these people that mess with these people. This person will be doing something, and you like, I don't know. And then again, you get into these raccoons that, you know what I'm saying? They will sit up there and talk about that they, you know, pro-black and they love working with their black businesses and doing this and doing that. But when a black person is doing an event, they want to sit up there and, you know, I don't know about that. But then if a white person doing an event, they like, oh, we got to.
Go on, Becky. We love you, Becky.
Becky, Ken, whatever, you know, it's whatever. But people just be funny style, and I don't. My mental peace is too important to me to even keep on just, you know, messing with that. But
Right.
then if I start, because there's so many people I put on out here, by all the shows, all the model things I've done, all the stuff with my clothing line, all the stuff with my magazine. There's so many people that have ate off the stuff that I've did, but then they act like they've, you know, and I don't need no recognition. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I know what I've done, but people, they just, they be on their own little world, and I let them be there.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
Social media has made it easier than ever to start a business, but harder than ever to stand out. What advice would you give someone trying to build a brand in today's digital world?
Do your research and know about the algorithm, know about how to post, know about, you know, there's a lot of, I can be here all day talking about that stuff, but again, it goes back to what I said earlier about just being consistent. And with your posting and creating your content and doing this and doing that. The crazy thing about that, if you're doing stuff by yourself, you know, that does tend to like limit, you know, a lot of stuff, because, you know, producing content it takes time. You know what I'm saying? It takes time. So you will have those late night, early mornings and go from there, but you got to keep at it.
Keep going.
You got to keep at it and build your following. But also, like, one of the things that I do is, it's not just about you know, posting and trying to grow that way, but like, even when I do something like flyers or business cards or something like that, I actually, you know, create like QR codes, put QR codes on like all of that stuff, and I still love getting back to the hand-to-hand, I call it hand-to-hand combat marketing,
it.
and passing out flyers, going to events, putting flyers on
Mm-hmm.
cars, like all of that kind of stuff. And, you know, people will scan.
That was you on my car?
Yeah, probably. Probably. I have people from Thunder Valley hitting. I was at the concert at Thunder Valley, and all the cars were tagged. And it was funny because me and my
love that.
sons, we went out there one night, and we was dun, 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 dun. We was out there just,
I
put
love
stuff all
it.
over the
Yeah.
cars. And it was for this event that I just did in February called the Black Prom, an
Okay.
adult prom.
Okay,
So
for sure.
it's, you know, every time I do stuff like that, you know, it built up not only the social media platform, but it also built up the stuff from the website, because I started getting almost like 400 or 500 hits a day on my website and stuff
sure.
like that. It's just about getting out on your grind, man.
Yeah. I have a digital card.
Mm-hmm.
It works way less than my actual paper card.
Yeah.
You know, like people still want that tangible,
Yes.
I can touch this, I can feel this
Yes.
type thing. And I think what's cool again about our age is that we could have both. You know what I'm saying? We can, you know, do both, which
Yeah.
grows even more.
Yeah, people need that tangible stuff in their hand.
For sure.
I gotta
They-
feel it, gotta
Yep.
touch it.
Your business has evolved over the years instead of staying in one lane. How do you know when it's time to expand into a new venture versus staying focused on what you already have that works?
You know what's crazy? It kind of goes back to, you know, everything centering around graphic designing and printing. And the other night when I was putting stuff together for like my media company and stuff, the media network company, I was having a conversation with Black Jarvis.
Black Jarvis, I love
Black
it.
Jarvis, and I literally asked, you know, like, because I fed it all the information. I literally asked. I was like, with what I'm doing, you know, what's the pros and cons of X, Y, and Z, right? And it literally went down and just broke so much stuff down to me that I wasn't even thinking about, right? And it was like, hey, Kwame, it's great that you're doing X, Y, and Z, but it's like some people will feel that you're doing too much, or you're doing too much, or you got too many logs in the fire, all of this kind of stuff. And I literally responded by, I understand that makes sense, but everything is centered around graphic design and printing and all of that. And it came back and it was like, you know what? Now that you say that and I'm looking at everything, like this is literally my AI talking to me like this. Now that you said that, and they was like, that makes sense. So what you're actually creating is a creative ecosystem. And I was like, what? I said, I love that. I was like, creative ecosystem. I was like, okay. So
You're using AI the way it's supposed to be
Yeah,
made. Like
exactly.
that's literally the way it's supposed. Like you asked a question,
Yeah.
it gave whatever,
Yes.
and then you re-asked it to make
Yeah.
sure. Like, and that's literally what AI is.
Yeah, and then when it started breaking the stuff down, it was like, you're right, because your magazine, like I started my magazine literally to promote my clothing line, to promote my my business, my graphic design business, my music, like all of that kind of stuff. I started for that. Then I started doing shows as marketing tools, because when people look at the marketing stuff that I do for my shows, the commercials, the flyers, the website, like all of that, they're like, who did that? Yeah.
Yeah. That part.
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
Yeah,
When
you
is your
wasted this.
birthday?
Yeah, May 9th.
Mine too.
Yeah,
Sorry,
May
I don't know. This is Tyrone sometimes. No. May
Yeah.
9th, Taurus,
Yeah, I'm a
Earth
Taurus.
sign. That makes sense.
Mhm.
Earth
So-
signs are very analytical. I get
Facts.
that.
So it started breaking that down with the events, and then like even with the network stuff that I'm doing called Black Crown Network, those shows that I'm gonna be doing is actually gonna be another way to market my businesses out even more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just every business is intertwined with the next business, and,
And-
we're keep
and it
pushing
all-
it.
yep.
And that's true entrepreneurship.
Yeah, and it still falls under graphics, media.
Yep.
You know, all of that stuff. Graphics and media hand in hand, but now we got the
You're not-
creative ecosystem.
Right.
so
You're not a
yeah.
one-trick pony.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. I get it. I love
Never
that.
been.
I love that.
Never been.
You've built a family-centered business.
Yes.
What has working alongside your family taught you about leadership, trust, and leaving a legacy?
Everything. My kids are my everything. My kids are my heartbeat. My kids are, man, I don't know where I'd even be without my kids, if we're gonna be perfectly honest. And even with my younger son, with my 4-year-old, I know I started over again, but he came at a really bad time in my life. It was like right outside of COVID, and my dad passed away in 2020. He was born in 2021, and my dad was like my best
I'm
friend.
sorry for that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to kind of piggyback.
No, you're fine.
My dad passed away in 2011.
Yeah.
When you walk through this door, I'm like, he looks so much like my dad. It's crazy.
Oh, man.
Blowing my fucking mind.
I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
yeah. And it was like, I haven't seen someone in this aura.
It must have been the grays or
right.
something.
And he didn't even have a beard, though.
Oh, okay.
It's everything else. It's everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate
Yeah.
that. But yeah, that's when he came at that time, and that's when I needed, because when that situation happened when my dad passed away, and actually again it was during COVID, and my sister called me, that morning and was like, Dad is, he's not breathing, like they took him to the hospital, and he's in Miami. You know what I mean? And I couldn't do nothing. Next thing you know, I'm sitting up in bed and I'm like, I called his wife, and his wife, like, she can only speak for a second and go from there. And then next thing you know, I'm sitting there, and it's about an hour has passed, and now I got my kids on the bed, my girlfriend is sitting on the bed, and we're just waiting. And then I got a call, and my sister, had told me, she called me real calm and was like, he's gone. And my kids screamed out. I screamed out, and it scared my kids so bad that, they was like, I've never heard my father scream like that. So, thinking about all of that stuff and how I was with my father, this stuff that I'm doing with my business, and my kids know how to run all my equipment, and they know how to do so much stuff that it's I just love it. I just love it. And they can do whatever they want to do when they grow up, but being able to have this, you know what I'm saying, in the background, and be able to do, take these skill sets and do whatever, I love it. I put their name on everything.
I love
Technically, over the last almost like 15, 16 years, like, my kids in the Secretary of State are business owners. So if I transfer stuff over, they still have that time frame. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, you're just starting a new business. No, they still have those years that they can, have attached to a business, because I've added them to everything.
That is so beautiful.
Yeah.
And that's how you build a legacy.
Yeah.
Genuinely. Like, you're not waiting until they're 18. You're starting it now. And that's a beautiful thing as a father.
Yeah.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
great. That's great. If someone sat across from you with only $500, no connections, and a strong worth ethic, what would the first 3 steps you'd tell them to take to build a successful business from the ground up?
Start with their idea, take their idea, create the brand, and then with that $500, a lot of times I give so many people, like, family and friends deals, all of that kind of stuff, and I create everything for them, and then kind of go from there. I give them a great package and to get them on their way, because again, I love seeing us succeed.
Yeah.
So I try to do what I can do to allow them to succeed. So
I love that. Thank you. Before we go, I want to hold these up. These are your one magazine, right?
yeah.
That's this one. Where can people find it?
Oh, XMag. So we have a digital and print version, but XMag is at www.xmagonline.com. We've been doing that magazine for 21 years.
Who's at the tea talk?
And man, we have a little bit of everything in there. So I design, I write everything in there, lay it out, and so yeah, you can get it at xmagonline.com.
Perfect. And then this one.
So that one, I brought that over to you. That's actually my new media kit for our new company, Black Crown Media Network. So that one is going to be for the different shows that we're going to be starting, the different podcasts. So one of them is a sports show. It's pretty much like a sports show that hasn't been done yet. It's a father-son sports show called K2. So Kwame and then Kwame Jr.
Yeah.
So that's why I have the K2, which is, like K squared.
Squared, yep.
Yeah. And then the other one is called Opinionated, which is a male and female, almost like debate perspective show.
Perfect. Who's
Yeah.
the female with you?
I have a couple of people that want to be on that whole panel, but we're gonna start shooting. We're actually gonna start shooting at the end of August.
For sure.
Yep, and it drops in September.
Let's go.
Yes,
September's
ma'am.
the best month, guys. It's my
It
month.
sure is. So,
All right,
besides May, but I'll give you credit.
September and then May.
Yeah, May then September.
I mean, I guess it really does happen that way.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna play.
Facts.
Before we leave, I need you to do one thing for me. I need you to look into that camera right there and just tell everyone how we could find you.
Man, the easiest way that you can find me is going to cockylegacy.com, KOCI legacy.com. I've created that website to be able to go to all my businesses in one place. So I don't gotta give you like 10 or 20 different, websites, but all of the websites, all of the businesses and stuff was on there for the magazine, for the graphics and printing company, for Keepsake Creative, our nonprofit, our network, all of that kind of stuff. Yes, that's what you can find me at cockylegacy.com.
Let's go. Building a legacy. That's what you're doing.
Facts.
I love that.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We out. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
I'll see y'all next time.
All right.
This brother from Detroit